Salutations, my fellow wanderers. It is me, your Lord and Master, Redhood Prime TF. And we are back with another Transformers figure review. This time it is the Legacy Lockdown. I'm not calling it the full name because that's just, it's a mouthful. So, Lockdown is a figure that was released this year. Yes. And a lot of people don't like this figure. I personally think it's pretty cool. It's nothing special though. It's pretty. I wouldn't say it's mid. It kind of is, but yeah. So let's get into it. So this figure is one of the latest figures in this line. MGO hasn't even reviewed it yet, so that's how you know it's new, is because MGO hasn't fucking reviewed it. That's crazy. Best believe Prime v Prime has, though. But this figure's pretty fucking cool, you know? It's based mostly off his movieverse design. Not actual movieverse, more like conceptual movieverse. But it's still cool, you know? We still fuck with that heavy. It's a pretty cool design. It's based on the Axel Grease body. I think that's her name. It's a pretty cool mold, you know? My biggest issue with it, though, is the fact that the shoulders are fucking horrible. I don't like the shoulders. They're really bad. Like, you can't really do basic poses with it. Like, you can do like the bare minimum of like up and down and a little bit to the side. But like, if you're trying to do like one of these, you can't. Like, you can, but it's very minimal. Like, it's not all there. So the aesthetics of the figure are unfortunately limited because of the mold. So that's a shame. Also, his head can only swivel, but we'll get into that with the articulation segment, which is coming up soon. But all in all, the figure looks cool, except that what you're seeing right now isn't the actual figure. This is just my personal fan mode, that a lot of people have also done. So the actual configuration is supposed to look like this. But I think it looks better like this. Make no mistake though, I don't mind him looking like this. But whatever, you know, it's still cool. He comes with a shit ton of accessories. He comes with an EMP that can split into 2 minor guns, and you can also use the EMP as his engine to his car mode. So that's cool, it's just like animated. He comes with a couple bit of, I think I might be gay. I'm bisexual, it's fine. But he comes with some smokestacks. Is that smokestacks? I don't fucking know. I don't know car terminology. But he comes with those that are removable. I just put them on the back because they look better. Otherwise, this is how he looks with those attached to him normally. The hook hand's a little, I don't know, that could have been done better, but whatever. So instead, I just like take apart from the gun of Red Alert, and I just put that with the hook, and boom, there you go. Otherwise, you know, it looks cool, you know. Again, I don't mind the figure as it comes, but I don't know, I kind of prefer this. It just looks cooler. But yeah, no, all in all, you know, he's pretty cool.
Hello, this is me editing. So I forgot to mention the transformation, so here it is. He turns into the car. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it looks really cool. I have kind of configured it to my own liking, just to fit with everything. I should also mention the smokestacks. The way I have them implemented, you can fully keep them on in transformation, so there's no parts forming there. But yeah, no, it's a cool robot mode. I like that it doesn't have any, like, undercarriage type stuff, really, so that's cool. All in all, it's a really freaking cool, vehicle mode. So, yeah, I'ma let past me get into the articulation now, so, see ya.
Articulation-wise, like I said, he has only a head swivel, which I get because of the design. It probably had to be done that way. But I feel like they could have figured something out, because it's really limiting when you want him to, like, look up during, like, a dynamic pose, and bro just can't. But yeah, I already mentioned the shoulders, which, by the way, he's a weaponizer, so he can remove his legs and his arms. I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna use that. Well, I'm using it for the legs, but, like, with the arms, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna use that for. Anyway, so yeah, but the shoulders, you already got the full memo on those. It's just very limiting. You get a bicep rotation, not bicep. You get a elbow rotation, and the elbow is kind of iffy. I don't know. It's like on a friction system, so it's not very secure. But this is how much range you get there. Obviously, you got like a swivel at the wrist, which is pretty useful. You got a swivel at the waist. You got full range of movement with the legs. If you take off the chicken legs, this is how much range he has in the knee, which also has a swivel. But with the chicken legs, this is what you get. Then with the ankles, it's pretty good range of movement, I'd say. You know, pretty nice. So that's the articulation. You know, pretty basic. You can get him into like some pretty good poses, but nothing too substantial. You know. Which then brings me to the size comparisons. And just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to switch to the voiceover now. So, there you go.
Okay, so kicking it off with a DC Multiverse comparison, here he is next to First Appearance Batman. For a general McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse scaling, here's Kyle Rayner, as always. Extremis Iron Man. For a general Marvel Legends comparison, here he is next to a Bucky Cap body, in this case Daredevil. In a desperate attempt for me to plug my upcoming video with Wolverine and Deadpool, here he is next to Wolverine and Deadpool. For a general Marvel Legends female scaling, here he is next to the Dark Phoenix. Here he is compared to the other two figures that I got like days before him, which is the Fox Wolverine and Astonishing Cyclops, both from Marvel Legends. Black Series Boba Fett.
And finally getting to the TAPs, here's Red Alert.
Dinobot, Alita, Wheeljack, Titan Returns, Voyager Optimus, Studio Series Bumblebee and Optimus, Skullgrin, Starscream, Blitzwing, Black Arachnia, and if you still haven't caught on, if you notice, I'm comparing him in the fan mode and not the official mode, so just keep that in mind. Shockwave, Soundwave, and you'll never believe it, Soundwave, DOTM Voyager Class Megatron. My previous review, the Leader Class Studio Series Concept Art Megatron, I still love this thing, it's awesome. Black Series Darth Vader, and as always, Kylo Ren.
What the hell do you want?
You'll appreciate it later.
Okay. You want to maybe back up a little?
No.
Slug and Lugnut.
And there you have it. That's Legacy Lockdown. I think he's a pretty cool figure. I like him a lot. It's my first ever Lockdown figure, so I might be a little biased. But it's admittedly kind of you know, it's nothing too perfect. Again, it really comes down to I don't really fuck with the shoulders. I can get over the lack of like a ball jointed head, but the shoulders are just so limiting. It's actually annoying. But yeah, no. Otherwise, it's a cool figure. I think it's a little overhated. I think people were expecting a animated Lockdown, and we're by all means gonna get that. I mean, this is obviously supposed to be like a modern-ish G1-y movie Lockdown from the concepts, so that's cool. And the cool thing is, because he's technically Movieverse Lockdown, you could totally pose him with like the Bayverse stuff, even though aesthetically he's not really there. I think he fits in pretty well, so that's cool. But yeah, no, I think the figure's alright. You know, it's nothing too special. I'd give it like maybe a generous 6 out of 10. Just 6 out of 10. I think that's a good scaling. That's a pretty good rating for him. So yeah, that's it. I like the figure. Yeah, next up I'm reviewing the Yolo Park Optimus. And yeah, I know this review has been really short, but yeah, who cares? So, that's it. Redhood Prime TF signing out, and hope you enjoyed this shorter review. See ya.
Don't give two shits. Don't give two